Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on, set, 30 base. Check, check, watch the D4, watch the D4. Roll out.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hard. Big stop, let's go.
Now Leonard Fournette. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
They're running it. Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike.
They'll set up a throw. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 20. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now it's Lockett. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Set. 60 or. Rock it. Let's go.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feel. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Desmond Trufant with a sack. The corner blitz hits home. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now Ryan on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He's going to float this one deep right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And the return will stop right around the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyrell Williams. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, look, 3. Time go. Got it.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down at
50 seconds, come on. It's our field. 21. Hey, it's on now. 50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds. I got one. Bravo. 50 seconds to Mike. 22. You ain't going nowhere. All right, 22.
Throwing now. Ryan on first down. He's got it to Williams. That's good for 28 yards.
We got this.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Falcons.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 23. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's 57. Got it. Hey. Nice 7.
Play action. It's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Ryan now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down.
That's all right. Hey, let's go. 6-6, bullet pop. Hey, Strickland.
They go play action now. Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Fair. 5.
They're going to look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
39. Hey, Will.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Fournette running right. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Ready up. 45's the mic. Check. 45. Go out. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey. Get it.
They'll try to run it in, going option right.
Watch the twist.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taysom Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Now Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Stick guard. Check stick guard. Spike 3. 218. Jump. Check, check. Check, check. Smooth.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's second down.
25. 56. Push him back. Push him back. 59. Ready.
To throw again. Ryan. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. Now it's Ryan. Caught by Jones.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
What we got? Hatchet. 54, Seth.
Ryan will throw again. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. To throw again is Ryan. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Parkey with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Set. 60 outlaw. Check. Look at me. Door.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Finding room at the 30.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
54, stop! Hey, box truck.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
That's it, baby. We go work.
First down, Falcons.
Ready. 3 bucks. What? Hey, bye. Safety screaming.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You've probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
You ain't doing nothing today. Shoot! 80 weapon. Check. Crunch. He's coming. Leo. Ready?
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. It's caught. Cooper. And there he goes. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 95 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the slant. Mike, 56.
Now it's Ryan. His throw incomplete.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56, right there, 56.
Operating from the gun, Ryan, and that will be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Fournette. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Go! Now.
He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. That doesn't matter.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyrell Williams. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. An update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles have extended their lead in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's got it to Williams. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Well, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That's to his running back, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
64, weak.
From the gun, Ryan got his man. It's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
56, Mike, 56. Oh, here we go. Oh, hey, wahoo. 56 is the Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. You get one.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan, open man is Higgins. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
56. 56, right there, 56.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Bang, 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 bang.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jordan Franks, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Parkey adds the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Hey, Sam off. Wide. You're out. Let's go.
2nd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. This complete to Lockett. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Hard. I'm coming after you. Watch the shit. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown, and they're a point away from tying this thing up. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken in at the 1. A About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Look at me. Go.
2nd and 10. He lets it fly for Lockett. And got his man complete. 20, 10, 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 71 yards.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Ready.
This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it, weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So here's the former Pro Bowler, Cody Parkey, in field goal formation. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So here's the former Pro Bowler, Cody Parkey, in field goal formation. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Falcons are going to win the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Falcons.